I always like this mask because it reminds me of Hannibal Lecter. But we've no need for masks. Welcome to another video. So I think it's been like an eternity since I've made a video. But I think with this whole COVID business, making blogs and things isn't so unique because everyone's zooming and stuff. So, you know, it's not so spectacular. I'm a Celebrity is back on the TV. I think this is my favourite part so far. Yes, but I think it's a good lot of celebrities this year. I mean, you've got Shane Ritchie, of course, and Mo Farah. A lot of comical characters, so I think it's really quite good, you know. I didn't think last night's episode was so good, though, because it was just like a clip show. I think my favourite's probably Shane, because, you know, he's always cracking jokes, and, you know, every time there's a situation, he'll make a joke. And I'd love to be like that, to be able to do that. But I think that perhaps I do that, though, because, you know, the most funniest time is with customers, because, you know, when I'm on self-scan and when I'm on checkouts, I'm making jokes, you know, when I can, and when I see the opportunity to make a joke, I'll make a joke. And on self-scan, I'm always making jokes because I'm always saying things like, oh yes, yeah, the fun started, hasn't it, and things like that, because the machines are so slow. And, you know, I'm always trying to lighten the mood because a lot of the time it's stressful for the customers. So I'm trying to, you know, make them feel happier by cracking little tiny jokes, and I think that's when I'm the most confident, when I'm on self-scan, because I talk to everyone. I try to talk to every customer and everything. So, and I think that's when I'm most confident. On the subject of work, I've gone up to doing 4 days instead of 3, which is good and bad. It's good because I can make more money, but it's bad because, you know, I kind of like having 3 days, because I can do like 3 days of work and have 3 days or 4 days of just like leisure. So, and I do like leisure time because I can just like do my drawings and I can get on with that, which is something I enjoy doing. Which brings us neatly onto my drawings. Yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm working with one of Captain Picard from Star Trek, because that's the last one I sold. But I did actually sell one this morning of Wayne Rooney, so that's good. And I'm also working on one of Princess Diana, which is taking ages because I've had to like do one layer and then I have to go over the layer to make it look proper. But, you know, I think the policy with my drawings is to make them most extreme and the most craziest thing that you could possibly imagine. It's like a whirlwind of total imagination, you know, so that's what I like my drawings to be. And I'm always trying to think, how can I make the most absurd, most craziest thing and put it into art? Because that's the best thing about art. You can like draw anything and make it happen on paper. But yeah, sales are a bit low because, you know, I did that whole thing where I had that argument with eBay, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to make my own website and completely just do my own thing. Because they stopped me from selling drawings of Adolf Hitler, which is partly most of my work. And that really pissed me off. And so I just, like, started again from scratch and made a whole new channel, and so I'm starting building up my rapport again. Was that a stupid thing to do? Possibly, but it just ticked me off, so I just wanted to go, oh, you know what, let's start over again. So it's been tough for the last week and a half or so, because I've had to run this whole flat by myself, which most people would say, oh, that's not much, but it is, because, you know, the biggest thing I have to say about running a flat is my cat, because, you know, I love Annabelle with all my heart. More than that, I love her so much. But she is a handful, because she will yap and yap and yap and yap, and it just drives me round the bend. And because you know, I'll wake up and she'll be yapping at me, and I'm like, oh, Annabelle, give me 5 minutes. And you know, like I'll be in the middle of a drawing or doing something important, or there's a problem going on which needs my attention, and she just yap, and it drives me insane. And then I play with her to stop her yapping, and she goes on and on and on, and that's probably the hardest thing. But also trying to keep the house totally clean, you know, because I know from past times when Les has gone away that if I let it slip, the house will go to chaos. So I'm trying to stop that from happening by, you know, just like keeping on top of it, and that's hard to do. And lastly, I want to tell you about some things that I'm going to eventually get round to doing. I'm actually doing another figure adventure, which I hope to make one day. Because I tend to like start things and then something else will come up, and I'm so busy and I can't do it. But I'd like to make. I've got the workings of one in the mix. I've got a great monster to go there, and it's going to be a Tom Baker story with Sarah Jane. But it's just a matter of writing a script, because I tend to write about 8 scripts eventually. By the end of the time we actually make it, I tend to write like 8 scripts, because I'm not happy with it, and I'll keep rewriting it until I'm perfectly satisfied with it. But yeah, hopefully, I've got a week off coming up soon, so I'll probably write it then. But it should be good. When it'll be ready, I don't know. Probably like in a year. It tends to be that way. But there we go. That's a video. I just felt like making a video, because I haven't made one in a while. So there we go. And now to sleep. So here's a quick bonus scene for you, right? So I was telling you about times when I make jokes with customers. Here's one that I remember. We were on Scan and Go, and this customer asked for a bag, and I give him a bag, and meanwhile, I found out that he needs a quality check, and he's putting his stuff into his bag, and the bag breaks, and I said to him, "Oh, we won't quality check that then."